the one thing that I should probably mention is that I don't believe that Moscow needs to show it's not isolated on a geopolitical level anymore. We've seen again the car ride in China. We've also seen quite, I believe you haven't missed it, have you? The quite an interesting meeting in Alaska, just some time ago. I don't believe we are at a place where we can talk about isolation anymore. We need to kind of step away from that narrative. It's just a little bit old, don't you think?
Well, nobody is isolated in this world, but Jeffrey Sachs was speaking with Zaka yesterday, and he said that Trump is quite a hypocrite, that he continues to trade with China and with Russia, but is imposing sanctions on other nations who want to continue this trend. So this is not going to work, weaponizing of economics for long. But Dr. Ranganathan, thank you for your patience. Yeah.
Not at all. Good evening, Anand, and good evening to my fellow panelists, all of whom are experts. So I speak here purely as a layman. If I were to sum up the entire geopolitics where India has been concerned in the last couple of years, it is Putin has given us oil, Trump has given us turmoil. Sorry about that. Look, it's a coin with two sides. One is diplomacy and the other is hypocrisy. Let me deal with the latter first up. Hypocrisy runs not only in the West veins but also pipelines. Even as the EU continues to buy 3 million tons of Russian iron and nickel, 18 million tons of Russian LNG, 8 million tons of Russian oil, the USA continues to buy 3.5 million tons of Russian fertilizers, 435 tons of Russian uranium, 1.1 million tons of Russian oil refined by India. But they want to punish India for buying oil from Russia. India has saved $26 billion over the past 3 years by choosing Russian oil over Saudi oil. Not just because of discounted Russian oil, but also because increasing our procurement of it has lowered oil prices in general, saving us money for the rest of our oil procurement. Without that, our inflation would have risen cumulatively 1.47% beyond its actual value in those years. And what to say about the Americans? You are importing 9% of your crude from Russia well beyond the Ukraine invasion. You sat on your bum when China violated the LAC in 2020. And it was Russia, erstwhile Soviet Union, that helped us in 1971 when you sided with Pakistan. So the West can stuff its hypocrisy in its hookah and smoke it. Look, Anand, the Ukraine war apart, for which I have always condemned Russia, why should India be singled out for looking after its interests? Besides, we enjoy excellent relations with Russia. With our bilateral trade now more than $71 billion, there's oil and gas, there's economic partnership, and there's excellent defense partnership.